Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here tonight to talk about some NFL news. Upload that Chiefs video today, so if you haven't go watch that one. I was going to do that as a separate video because I would have a lot more to talk about that, which is like a 20-minute video. So if you haven't watched it, go watch it. I gave my thoughts on it. If you wanted my thoughts on the Chiefs shooting thing, go watch that video. So let's get into some NFL here. So per report, Antonio Pierce's son, DeAndre Pierce, is joining the hashtag Raiders coaching staff as an assistant offensive coach per Vinny Bonsinger. DeAndre Pierce, his son, was a defensive quality control coach at Cal Poly San Luis Obispo in 2023 and played DB under his father at Arizona State. I think it's a good dad. I'm not going to say, oh, the Raiders turning the Raiders like the Patriots, like how Bill would hire his sons. But every coach runs things. This is how you get and keep your family in the league. I mean, it's just simple as that. And I think this could go pretty well. Like, Gruden's son was his strength and conditioning coach and still on the team, I believe. So I feel like they got a really good coaching staff. With Antonio Pierce and now getting DeAndre Pierce as an assistant offensive coach. So Albert Breer gave some thoughts here on a free agency. He thinks that Panthers star pass rusher, or let's just talk about a trade here, Brian Burns and Bengals star wide receiver T. Higgins could be a tag and trade candidate. Could be tag and trade candidates heading into the offseason, basically sign and trade. I'd say Higgins and Burns could be tagged to trade candidates. In Burns' case, it's because he and the Panthers haven't been close on a long-term agreement over the last couple of years. In Higgins' case, it's because the Bengals have a bigger deal for Jamar Chase on the horizon. I can definitely see this happening. The Bengals need to do a straight-up trade for maybe Burns and Higgins. They can pay each player separately. Both are needs that the team needs, but I think the Bengals will listen to trade offers for T. Higgins. I really do, because I think they prioritize Jamar Chase more. At least to me. I just don't know who will give up a lot for T. Higgins. I think T. Higgins as a good receiver, but who will give up a lot to get him? I think some team will. But I definitely agree. I think these two are definitely tag and trade candidates. Because I think, as it mentioned here, T. Higgins is not going to be prioritized over Jamar Chase. And Brian Burns and the Panthers, they've tried to get long-term contract extensions done and just never worked out, I guess. So I definitely see one of these, maybe both these two getting traded. So remember the rumors that Hassan Reddick requested a trade, or he wanted to be traded? Well, rumors, hashtag Eagles pass rusher Hassan Reddick doesn't want to be traded, but feels that he is underpaid per at Marino NFL. Reddick's camp is seeking to be paid $25 million plus per season per the report. Reddick is coming off back-to-back strong seasons and is due for a pay raise. Well, if that's the case, then he might be gone from the Eagles. But could he get paid that? Yes, but I don't think they will. And he might eventually leave the Eagles. And I just don't think he's going to get that pay increase. I think it's a strategic move to try and get paid more, but I don't know if they'll budge and do it. But we'll see. Could he get traded? Yes, but I don't know if he will. So trending, the hashtag Patriots quarterback room that had been so, quote, toxic that Bailey Zappi would sometimes watch tape in the receiver room and not the quarterback room, per Albert Breer. Mac Jones was well liked early on, but over time lost support in the building, and the quarterback room he was in the last 2 years got toxic to the point where Bailey Zappi, as a rookie, sometimes watched tape in the receiver room, period, end quote. Man, this organization's just in shambles. Maybe they should just send them both packing, start over, get a new quarterback in the draft. But the Patriots were just such a dumpster fire last year. The downfall has been truly sad for Mac Jones after his rookie year. Just a horrid coaching staff they had, a horrible organization. Will they improve it with the new coaching staff they have? Possibly. We'll just have to see what they do in the draft. I think you should get a new quarterback. I think you should move on from both these quarterbacks, get a new quarterback in the draft, and then start all over. That's just my opinion. Former Bengals QB A.J. McCarron actually requested to be released from the team so he could rejoin the UFL's St. Louis Battlehawks, his former team, and is expected to sign tomorrow. So it looks like he's going back to the UFL, and the Bengals released him today. I guess he loves the game. So we had some sad news today. KKFI 90.1 FM announced that Lisa Lopez Galvin who was a DJ for the station, was unfortunately, I was talking about in the video today, there was no victims' names announced, but unfortunately, she was killed in today's shooting at Super Bowl parade. She had two kids. Awful. There's no updates yet on who the shooter was. But I think that those details will probably come out sometime, maybe next few days. But awful. This is just awful, man. Truly, just a devastating day. Just a normal occurrence now with these mass shootings like this. So hopefully, just prayers up to her. 2 kids. She had 2 kids, and unfortunately, she got killed today in that shooting. That was a fatality. So yeah, prayers to her children. So Marcus Spears gave a pretty powerful message, I thought, on the ESPN thing, and he dropped truth bombs here. He basically's like, this is who we are, and so now we have the ever-revolving cycle. They'll talk about the gun control, they'll have politicians for your side to talk about what needs to be done, and then we'll have prayers up, and shit like that. I mean, he's not wrong. He dropped truth bombs, and he's right. No, this might be forgotten about in the next few days. Nothing's going to happen. And the next major topic will shift to everyone's attention. Hopefully the NFL can use its platform to help create some change, because we need to make change. Just harsher punishment for these type of criminals. Set an example. I mean, have to. The Children's Mercy Hospital, they treated 11 children for injuries in the Super Bowl shooting parade. 9 of them suffered gunshot wounds. So I guess 2 of them must not suffer gunshot wounds, but got injured. The fact that most of the victims were children makes it even worse. I don't know if I mentioned this in the Chiefs video, but yeah, they were 11 children for injuries, and a total of 22 people were shot. This was the latest update, like 7 hours ago. Just awful. And Marcus Spears dropped a powerful message. It's just these images are happening everywhere, all the time, every day, every week in the country. How many times do we have to see this? I mean, I'm tired of it. I'm just tired of these shootings happening. Just tired of people dying for no reason. But yeah, that's the latest from that. If there's any more, I'll talk about tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, when I get home from school at 3 o'clock. In the evening. So, we had some breaking news today. The 49ers are moving on from defensive coordinator Steve Wilks per at Rap Sheet. So, they decided they're going to move on from Steve Wilks. Rough move. I don't know. The defense kept them in the game for the first half. The second half collapsed. But he was doing horrible in the postseason. I think that's why they let him go. But their defense lost them the Super Bowl, I thought, in the second half. But I know you can say, oh, he was a scapegoat. But they had a muff punt, 2 fumbles in that game. Kyle Shanahan failed to prepare his team in overtime. Shanahan's just a choke artist. He's been bad all season, though. Wilkes' defense is completely stale compared to DeMeco Ryans. I wouldn't say he's the scapegoat. I think they made the right move. Just to move on from him and hire somebody else. I mean, I think they made the right move. In all honesty here. That's just my thoughts, though. So, it looks like Chris Jones isn't going anywhere. At least some positive Chiefs news. He said, I ain't going nowhere, baby. I'll be here next year, the year after that, and the year after that. Chris Jones, who will be a free agent this offseason. So it sounds like he isn't going anywhere. Watch them lowball him and him not re-sign. But I think Chris Jones will re-sign. I really do. I think Chris Jones will re-sign with the Chiefs. They're going to be feared for the next few years. Like, they're going to be good. Chris Mad Dog Russo signing a multi-year extension with ESPN will continue appearing on First Take with Stephen A. Smith. I mean, I like Mad Dog. He's funny. Per report, Tom Brady's relationship with Bill Belichick had gone so bad that it was what caused him to leave New England. He told at the Athletic NFL, "Me and Coach Belichick, we did what we loved to compete for 20 years together, but I wasn't going to sign another contract in New England, even if I wanted to play until I was 50. Based on how things are going, I wasn't going to sign up for more of it." That's a terrible look for a coach looking for a job. Maybe that's why he's having trouble finding a new team. Former Raiders pass rusher Chandler Jones released a statement apologizing for anyone he may have offended over the past few months. He's been on personal matters. I may be sure that I'm feeling much better now. I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to my family, friends, and fans, basically. In other words, he's like broke. Mental health is real, but I guess he wants to go scam another team. But hopefully the man is actually alright. I'm being like real. Hopefully he's alright. The Chiefs are signing Steve Spagnuolo to a contract extension, their defensive coordinator. Played a big part in their Super Bowl run, and he gets rewarded. Well earned. They're gonna get a three-peat, I'm telling you. The Commanders are hiring Anthony Glenn to their offensive staff per rap sheet. I think it's a solid hire. They're building a strong culture. I think it's a solid hire for them. That's all my thoughts on that. The Broncos have named Pete Carmichael and senior offensive assistant and their offensive assistant and Jim Leonard as pass game coordinator / defensive back. So those are two that hired by the Broncos. So it's really all to say here. There's some more Commanders news. Adam Peters is hiring senior director of player personnel Lance Newmark as their new assistant GM. I think it's a good hire. And former GM Mark Mayhew is transitioning to a new role, and he'll be senior personnel executive and advisor to GM Adam Peters. They're building a pretty strong culture over there with the new organization. But yeah, it's all to say for the NFL news. So until next time, I'm out. Peace.